Good morning, everyone. Let's sit front in our chair. This morning we're using 2 hands as our weights, or you could use some light hand weights of your choice. You set them off to the side so we don't step on them. And look down at your toes and make sure that they're in perfect alignment. So if these are my feet, I'm not front or back on them because that's going to shift your hips. And then we also subconsciously kind of lean maybe to one side more than the other. So wiggle and jiggle your hips until you feel like you're perfectly balanced in with 50% of your weight on one hip, 50% on the other, and the same amount of pressure in each foot. So I want you to step down, press down with your feet, and then press down with both, and hold it there and really feel the texture of whatever surface you're on, and then let that all go and just be balanced. And then take your hand and press right here in the middle of your chest and just lift yourself up. See how I think I'm sitting straight, but I could sit straight, or I could get rid of a little bit of extra stuff right there if I just sit up a little taller, but don't be stiff, don't stiffen up. And then you're going to tuck your chin into the hollow of your throat a little bit, because we tend to be, people that jut our chin out as we look over all of our devices. And now gently close your eyes. And maybe the first thing that you'll take notice to is like, oh my goodness, I'm noticing that I'm breathing. And you might want to automatically notice also how your breath could deepen. You want to deepen it. And remember to put the tongue on the roof of the mouth as you inhale. And then exhale. We do that a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. And now let the breath fall away. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. And set an intention for today. Whatever you might be doing today, you might tuck that little job or chore. We look at it as like, oh, I have to go grocery shopping. But guess what? You get to go grocery shopping. You have the strength, the ability, the money, the time. You can go to the grocery store if you want to, and anything you want will be there. So let's take an activity that we're going to do today and turn it around and say, this is what I get to do. I get to enjoy this. And once you have that tucked between your palms, you can spread the hands out, release them, draw a giant circle around you, stretch your arms all the way up to the sky, and then drift them on the exhale back to the heart. Let me do 3 of those. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. And the 3rd one. Then take one more breath just to connect to today's lesson and the group. And let out your best contented sigh. The sound of ah. It's the sound the heart loves. And now we can open our eyes. So no matter if you have 5 minutes in your day or 5 hours in the day to do something, using the 5 flexions of the spine is a really good just 5-minute warm up. So begin to lean front and back. Don't even curve your spine yet. We're squishing the lymph nodes and the creases of our legs. These are called leg gates. And we're squishing them because the lymphatic system has to move every day. And it doesn't have a pump of its own, so we have to move it. Now, when you're ready and you feel like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to arch my back and curve my back. Start with that. And it just adds to this movement. And watch your spine's health, if you've slipped, herniated, compressed discs, anything like that, scoliosis, all of that matters, arthritis in the back. You want to be mindful of moving just to your ability. And that's one flexion. You only have to do, half a dozen to 10 of them. Now we're going to take our body in a big circle. We only need 3-4 minutes a day to do this. We're good to go. And now reverse those circles. You're grounding into your feet. You're still concentrating on them. They're still in alignment. And one more time around. Now the spine also has to move side to side like this. And let your hips just swivel in your chair, but your feet firmly grounded into the mat or surface that you're on. And pick a side that you want to exhale to. And really blow it out. It's the third way that we're moving the spine. And you release that. Another way, you can widen your feet a little bit. If you are using a yoga mat, your feet would be right on the insides of that mat. And stretching the arms up and up moves the spine side to side this way. And you stretch to your ability. Now, let's say your arms are hurting that day and you can only move like this, then move like that. If even that hurts, just do teeny ones. Teeny little ones. This is going to help you reach things in the high cupboards, top shelf. And then what if there's something on the floor? You want to reach down and down for it. And down and down. And just doing that moves the spine in all the directions. Now, warming up the bottom of the body a little bit. If you have the ability to cross an ankle to a knee, do that. If you're barefoot and you can thread your fingers through your toes, great. If you're in socks, just wrap your foot around it. Start to rotate it. Try not to do this practice in shoes, unless it's absolutely, critical that you do that. Because you want sensation on the bottom of your foot. We're circling it to keep the ankle mobile. Let's say you can't come up here, you'd be down at the floor more and just circling your ankle. Now take it in the other direction. And then from here, we're going to keep this leg right here or here or here, wherever it is. Lean forward with a straight back. And this is going to open up this side hip here. And it's going to stretch the low back. And you're breathing with that. And then rising up, cross this knee over that knee and take a twist. Now ground into your foot. You can even hold on to the back of your chair and get a little extra in your twist. Look over that shoulder. And then return to neutral. Pick this leg up and hug it in and point and flex the foot. Working on ankle mobility. Set that foot down. Pick up the other leg to the best that you can. Ideally, those fingers would go through the toes. That helps to widen the footbed and really give us a better area that we can walk and stand on. Helps to keep you from falling. Circle round and round. Take that in both directions. And then you release that. Oh, and start to hinge. You might find one side is different than the other side. It could be tighter or looser. And again, you go down as far as you can. One more. And then cross that knee over that knee and take a twist. Look over your shoulder as best as your neck allows you to. Come back to neutral. Uncross the leg. Take the feet really wide apart and scooch way back in your chair. Hold on to either the middle or the underside of the chair and bring your legs way out and again point and flex. And if you want to add a little bit more for lymphatic drainage, you would bring your arms up. And now all the lymph nodes are draining down towards the heart, which is where we want them to go, in that direction. Now bring your feet in. You can bring your arms down and just point your toes towards your nose. Get some length in the legs and some stretching. Set these down. Scooch front again, very technical term, scooch front. And begin to rub all around the tops and the backs of your knees. The backs of your knees are a bladder meridian point, and there's lymph nodes back there. So you're swiping up towards the heart. So in the back of the legs, you swipe up, almost till you touch the seat of your chair. Good. Now, almost getting ready to pick up some weight, so align your toes again. Take your right arm out to the side and do some pointing and flexing of the fingers. And then stretch the fingers really wide and draw your arm across and hook that other arm underneath and stretch. But don't let your shoulder come up. Now ground into your feet again. Take it all the way up and all the way back. Your hand can't do this. Make it do this. But don't duck your head straight. This is only encouraged if you can keep your head straight. Opening up through the underside. And since we're here, this is the heart meridian, and there's lymph nodes all under your armpit. Take your fingers like a rake and drag towards the heart. And that helps move that lymph node. And then shake this whole arm out. The other arm comes out and we point and flex and fingers and fries, hamburgers and fries. I like to call them. Draw it across. Keep this charge, never be limp, but watch your shoulder doesn't go up. Take it all the way up, all the way back. Sit tall, don't hunch. And then while it's up there, we can use the other hand and rake. You can do this when you're in the shower too. Every time you wash in the shower, wash in this direction. Dry your arms in this direction. Keeping the lymph nodes in this area really healthy and moving, not congested. And then we'll shake this arm out. Now we're going to shake the whole body out. We'll start to bounce all around your chair. Keep your head, blow it out. Get the bottom of the feet really feeling. Harder, 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 and then pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter. Stop, put your hands on the low belly, close your eyes, and enjoy the tingle. Take 3 good deep breaths. Good job. All right, open those eyes, realign the toes, and now we're going to add weights if you want to. We pick up this morning just 2 cans of, one's a Great Northern bean, one's a garbanzo bean. I call this 2-can yoga. If you're experienced with yoga and weights, you can grab 2 pounders, 1 pounders, 3 pounders, whatever you want, no more than 5. Bring yourself nice and tall and begin to just curl up. Curl up. Now, if you're not using weights at all, you make fists, tight fists, and then fingers. So fists and fingers, or use your cans. If you want to add another layer on this, as you come up, you would come up on your toes and come up on your toes. And you're breathing, coming up on your toes. Now we're adding the legs. Back of the calves are being pumped. Calves are your second heart. That's good. We're going to do like 10 of these. Let's just do one more. Now, even adding on just a little more, up a little bit, going to widen the feet, widen the feet. Now bring your arms with your cans right here, and with wide legs to activate inner thighs, up on the toes, down, up on the toes, down. So press up, pull down. This is an inhale. Coming down to an exhale. Pressing on the bottoms of your, right underneath the pads of your foot. As you come up on your toes, activate your kidney point. And 2 more. So 1 more after this. Good. You set your cans or weights in your lap and use them as a resistance. We're letting our arms breathe just a little bit and relax. Pick up 1 leg at a time. And press these weights. So now you have to lift up an extra pound or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever weight size you have. And if you don't have weights, you would just use your hand as a resistance. As a resistance. So this week we're adding a little bit of resistance through either our own body weight or an external weight like cans of food or like hand weights. 1 more on each leg. I gave our arms a little bit of a rest. Now lean front, and you have to be careful that you don't hit the sides of your chair. Bring your arms way up to shoulder height and swing them back. And breathe with that. This should be a slow motion, especially going back. So if I pick up stronger weights, the weights want to have a mind of their own, especially right here, they want to just fly back. But you're not going to let that momentum happen. So use whatever weight you have and just fling them back and forth. Working on shoulder blades, arm mobility, lots of other good stuff. Now, you still have room here between the side of the leg and the chair. So leaning front, take your cans or your hands or the weights, put them right behind your calves, and with soft elbows, fly them up. And this kind of chair yoga, I teach every Tuesday morning from 9 to 9:30 on Zoom. And those links are right on my website at essence-house.com under Staying Fit. Links are right there. 1.5 hour, gets it all done. Weights and chairs. Last one, everybody. Now set that down. And now it's time to transition to standing up. But before we just stand up just one time, we're going to stand up many times. So crossing your arms so we don't use any momentum from our arms unless you absolutely must. Just stand up and sit down. Now be careful sitting down that you don't misjudge your seat. And this helps to monitor, how strong your leg strength is. And you will just do 2 more, but you can do that as many times as you want. It might give you ouchy knees a little bit. If your knees are a little cranky, you can rub them. And then we'll step away from the chair that we're standing. We'll put that chair right off to the side. And just shake it out a little bit again. We'll use the chair as a steadying point. You don't have to if you feel really confident and strong, but I suggest you do it for starters. The leg that's on the outside, we're just gonna pick it up and send it back. Pick it up, push it back. The arm can be anywhere. In fact, we can take it up and back, and up and back, up and back. This is taking it in a forward backward motion. And one more. Now it's going to go side to side, but do not lean. So take it out and over, out and over, out and over. Try to be as straight as you can. You might find that your free leg here is the one that's really burning. Yeah. It's the goal. And relax. And just shake it all out again. And turn, we will do the other side, but pick up one of your weights, just one can or one weight. Turn towards your chair. Two options. First one is just to stay with both feet on the ground, come up on your toes and pump it. If you have the ability to take your back leg and put it up on the chair like so, and come up and down on the foot, and then maybe you would let go of the arm that's steadying yourself on the chair and put it on your knee. Now we're working on balance, leg strength, and weights in the arm. One more. Staying here, just put your weight on the chair. Hop back a little bit, stretch out this leg, and with your free hand, stretch through the back of the leg. If you can't get your foot up on a chair, do this. Same difference. Use the chair to hold on to and steady yourself. Okay, rise up. You have a choice of either walking around the chair or just moving it. That's why I love a folding chair. It works really well. Shake it out again. And put the weight down for a moment. It's the outer leg that works. It comes up and back, and that squeezes the glute muscle. If you want to add the arm, you can. There's 1,000 things you can do up with the chair. Don't forget to breathe. Let's do one more on this side. Okay, what did we do next? We took it out and in. It crosses slightly over the front leg, the standing leg. Just a little bit. And oh, there goes the burn in the standing leg, most likely. Now and back. One more. Ooh, now we know we have legs. Good. Shake that out a little bit. We will tap it. Turn towards your chair. And again, the choice is either just up on the toes, and you don't even have to use the weight if you don't want to, you just make a fist, or take the back leg, put it up there, and come up and down on your toes. And if you can let go, and only put the free hand on your lap, even better. Everybody breathe. Two more. Set the weight down. Scooch back, stretch this leg out, take the free hand, touch the toes, or maybe it's just the knee, or it reaches. And so you feel that stretch happening in the back of the legs. And release that. Slide that foot off and take a seat again. And pick up your weights if you want to. The motion is this. So you can do, these are called prayer weights. You can do these without any weights. But if you use weights, you're just developing more arm strength and getting stronger. Pull it out and move it in. You can also come down here to the heart and try it this way. And feel how it just opens up the whole shoulder area. Those are called shoulder nests. And one more. Good. Now let's take our right hand and shake it out. And take it up overhead and place it on the top of your head. And use it to help draw your neck and your ear towards your right shoulder. And now dynamic resistance would be press the hand into the head and then the head into the hand. This is the point where you feel the fight between the two of them, but not a battle, just a little dispute. This is stretching the fascia coming down the side of this neck. And release that. Just shake your head left and right. Take the other hand all the way up and over. Comes on this side of the head. You lean your ear towards it. Try to drop this shoulder. Hand presses into neck. Hand presses into head. Head presses into hand. Breathe. And release that. Shake the head side to side. Now take your weights again by your hands, by your side here, and shrug your shoulders. And if you're just using a 15-ounce can of beans, it's just 15 ounces more that your body handles. Now begin to round the shoulders and take these weights in a locomotive choo-choo kind of motion. Circles all around. And last one. Then set your weights down. Wiggle everything out. Take the arms out and up. And just breathe them down. 3 of those. As we're winding ourselves way down to our closing. And one more. Switching all the way back. Begin to feel your feet like firmly grounded in. You feel the support of the chair on the back of the legs, and maybe the back of your chair pressing into the kidney areas. Close your eyes and just take a few breaths. Fill up those lungs. And again. Now keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands to prayer at the heart. And again, think of something you have to do today that you get to do with a sense of joy and presence and attitude for being able to do it. And once you have that, close your practice by releasing the hands, drawing them through the air. Again, retracing that big bubble of energy, it's called your chi bubble, down into the heart. Big inhales and long, slow exhales. And again. Once we land at the heart, take a deep breath in. Let out your best contented sigh. And bow to namaste. So 1/2 hour, short, sweet, with some weights, pretty powerful.